Artlist.io.
We gon' give them what they came for. We gon' take it up from last year. Shoot 'em my shot, boy, I'm long range. Me and the team on the same thing. Stayed down, never switched up. Only thing changed was the game. I'm in the zone now. Nothing can change what we on now. When I pull up, know it's going down. Foot on the gas, ain't no slowing down.
Music licensing reimagined.
Watch the game change, yeah.
Artlist.io.
Watch the game change. Watch the game change. Watch the game change. Watch the game change. I do not gamble, but bet on me. Tell them that's life, yeah, it's still la vie. I'm taking a shot for my enemies. I can't waste no more time on my energy. I know they know I got it on lock. Go against me, that's a long shot. Cause I kinda win.
Music licensing reimagined.
Don't stop. Who do you feel when they make you the monster? I am not scared of none of you imposters. Taking the lead now while they watching. Think you should leave now while the option. Taking no else, yeah, I gotta win. Watch me kick down the doors, they won't let me in. We're running the game now. Foot on the gas, can slow down. No, my team, we holding it down. We know we running it now. Watch the game change. Watch the game change. Watch the game change. Watch the game change.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Tell you what up, Nine. Good evening. Welcome in the Sports Chat with Mr. 33. I'm Mr. 33. And there was a lot of football that was played today. Even as I speak, there's a game going down to the final seconds as we speak right now. The Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Chargers are tied up at 27 with 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. But, you know, there was a lot of significant games going on this afternoon before this game. Even though this game does have playoff implications, the two games of the day were monumental. Let's start with the defending champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. They went up to Buffalo, and for the first time this season and the first time in almost a year, the Kansas City Chiefs lost to the Buffalo Bills 30-21. Let's start with the winners. Josh Allen was 27-40 for 262 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Khalil Shakir had 70 receiving yards on 8 catches, but this was more about their defense as the Bills kept Patrick Mahomes at bay. Patrick Mahomes was 23 of 33, 196 yards, 3 touchdowns. More importantly, he had 2 interceptions. Every time he tried to come back, the Buffalo Bills defense held him back and made him throw a vital interception to seal the game and allow the Bills to come 9-2 with their victory and giving the Chiefs their very first loss. And now they're 9-1. Lady Shay, good evening. So now, you know, things are looking a little bit different for the AFC as the mighty has fallen. The champs have fell, and now Buffalo's right behind them to gain the number 1 spot in the AFC. Why is the number 1 spot important? Because if you win that number 1 spot, you get a week off. You get to rest your body, recuperate after these long 17-week seasons. You finally get a break while other people are still playing to determine where they're going as far as the next level in the NFL playoffs. That team with the bye, they already know they have already advanced to the second round, which gets them one step closer to the Super Bowl. And like I said, they just get to watch other people battle and bruise themselves up just to get a chance to see if they can make it. But the Chiefs went down today, and now things are looking interesting for the rest of the league. And the other important game was between the Pittsburgh Steelers hosted the Baltimore Ravens, and in a familiar scene for those that know these two teams, the Steelers pulled out a victory with the score of 18-16. Wasn't much to write about for the Steelers as they kicked 6 field goals. And the Chiefs lost. That's bonkers. But hey, we knew they wasn't going to win all of those games anyway. But back to the Steelers, Russell Wilson had a decent game. Let me pull up these stats for you so I can give you the stats. Russell Wilson was 23 of 36 for 205 yards, 1 interception, no touchdown passes. Lamar Jackson was just the same, 16 of 33 for 207 yards, 1 touchdown pass, and an interception. This game was very close. As I read the stats, Derrick Henry had 65 yards for the Ravens, and Najee Harris had 63 yards. George Pickens had 89 receiving yards, and Isaiah Likely had 79. But this was more of a defensive battle, which is normally the status when you come to a division rival. But this was more important because this was for the division lead. A division winner, if he doesn't have the number 1 seed, they get to host the playoff game. And, sometimes it's to their advantage. For example, if you play in a place like Pittsburgh in January, it's a very good chance it's going to be cold, rainy, or snowy. And those people that play in Pittsburgh, they have the advantage. That's why they say home field advantage. Y'all see? Yes, that fight was different. we gotta say that. Me and Word had that. We had that conversation. What was that? Friday night, Saturday morning. I don't know what people were expecting from that fight. I think a lot of people was trying to relive something like 30 years ago, 35 years ago. And I'm saying to myself, I don't know how that's possible when the man is 58 years old and you think he's going to do something that he would have done when he was 22, 23. That's not highly likely. But they'll tell you, well, look, he was in great shape. He could be in great shape. That is true. But sometimes as you get older, we understand that what your mind wants to do, your body may not be able to do it. And I believe that was the case for Mike Tyson. Now, we know there's going to be some theories. Oh, well, because he got the $20 million, This was staged, this, that, and the third. I'm saying to myself, okay, I'll give y'all that. Let's just say if it was staged. How much longer did you think that he was going to be able to stand in the ring for 2 minutes and not be in his greatest of conditions? But then you want to turn around and think he's going to be Iron Mike Tyson. He's not Iron Mike Tyson. He's an older man. Me, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I just call him Michael Tyson because he's not the same that he was 35 years ago. And when you age, you know, your not your concentration, it differs. That can happen, but your stamina definitely going to be affected. Your hand-eye coordination is going to be affected, and your your body motor is not going to be the same, right? You're not going to be able to snap that jab as you did when you was 23, 24. You're not going to be able to duck those punches that you did when you was 23, 24. Now, on the other hand, Jake Paul, who was his opponent, was 27 years old. Like even when Tyson got the punches in that he needed, it's like it didn't even phase him. It's like if you really look at it, nobody came out of the fight, you know, scarred or bruised to the extent to where you can tell, well, somebody got their tail kicked, somebody got their butt whipped, right? He definitely not the same, but did you see him training? And that's the thing, right, Tay? When you train, you're training, but you're not getting hit back, right? Bruce Lee used to say, you know, he used to say this expression, right? Like, you know, they break the board, but he'll always say the board don't hit back. Meaning that's nice that you broke the board, but can you take that force that you hitting that board with, right? So while he hitting the pads and all of them things, he's not getting hit back in the training session. Like even if they sparring with him, he'll spar easily. People have to understand Mike Tyson didn't fight an actual fight since 2005. So y'all know that's close to 20 years. What did you like? You know, sparring is one thing. Hitting the speed bag, hitting the heavy bag, you know, hitting the guy that's padded up, that's one thing. Yeah, I give him that because I was really worried that he was going to get destroyed. Like I really was worried that the man was going to dance around him and make him look like he was incompetent of being in the ring. But at the same time, you know, he held his ground. You know, he showed a couple of quick glances of what he used to be, and it was exciting when he did that. But the question would have always been, can he withstand that for the 8 rounds? They already, if you understand boxing is a 3-minute round. They lowered it to 2 minutes just because of his age, right? So he really fought like 4 rounds because, well, he fought about 5 rounds because if you do 3 times 5, that's 15. They fought 16, so that's like 5 rounds. But at the same time, you know, as you watched as the rounds got later, he really wasn't throwing the punches that he knew he could throw. In his mind, he could throw it, but he couldn't throw it with his body. It wasn't registering for him to throw it. So in that aspect, you know, it was very sad to see, especially, you know, for a lot of people, you know, that's Tyson. He going to do this. And then when he didn't do it, everybody's heart was all dismayed. Like, I don't know what y'all was looking for. Somebody should have threw the towel in. I'm just glad he didn't end up like Apollo Creed in Rocky IV, right? When the big Russian guy, he was pounding him out and then he killed him in the ring. We know boxing is a dangerous sport. We also know that thing it leads to concussions, CTE, Some people believe it leads to Parkinson disease because you're getting hit in the head all the time and it's brain damage. Exactly. And I agree with that. And it was just so sad that so many people from, in their 50s and 60s thought that he was going to be that guy that was, Iron Mike Tyson. No, it's impossible. Even if you look at the commentary of the former boxers like Evander Holyfield, Lennox Lewis, Roy Jones, people like that, they were saying like, this is going to be interesting to see, but I don't know if he has that energy to do that. He looks great in the sparring and in the punch round and the punching training, but there's nobody hitting him back. So let's see how that works. And we saw the results. He got tagged a little bit in the body, but when he did get hit, I believe he was so flustered that he didn't know what to do with himself. It even got to the point for me, like if you look at the last couple of rounds, he's biting his gloves. I think after he was biting his gloves out of frustration and things like that. People was like, he got, his dentures was coming out and all of that. I just thought he was so frustrated. And then, we all understand that Mike is not all the way there. So I think some anxiety came in and he didn't know how to maintain himself. And he didn't want to look the way he did. We all remember what he did to Holyfield's ear, right? We understand that, when he gets upset things, he do things that he ain't supposed to do, like body blows and low blows and things of that nature. So it's like, you have to understand who he is and what's going on because of where he's been. I heard he was biting it like it was a code between. It may have been, but I don't see what the code is. Whatever the code was maybe it was to take it easy on him. We don't know, right? Because at the end, if you look at the very end of the fight, they're bowing to each other. Like what contact, what warrior sanctioned fight? They bowed to themselves like that before the end of the fight. The fight was still going. They stopped throwing punches for the last 20 seconds. So there's going to be plenty of theories, but like me and Word was saying, shout out to Word. The undercard was great. They had two young ladies fighting, and they was fighting they was fighting like they laid everything out there, right? Even when the young lady got her eye busted open, and she couldn't really see because the blood was flowing from her eye from her eyelids into her eyes. She was still fighting. She was still, doing the things that, would have made you thought she won the fight, but there's even controversy in that because they said that the person who gave her the eye problem, she headbutted, and that's not legal. So, that whole all Saturday night, there was a bunch of controversy. But if you are a boxing fan, you enjoyed the fact that they were still battling besides the Tyson fight. Like for me, the people that was under the undercard was better than the main event because they was actually boxing. They was hitting each other hard. They was doing the things that boxers do. Shout out to the women and the men that was before the main event because that's what they was doing. It's weird. The young generation trying to buy their way into boxing instead of doing. And that's exactly, that's another concept that people don't understand. People want to have a finished product just because they got the ingredients together. No, it takes time. You got to cook. You got to, you know what I mean? You being who you are, you understand just because the ingredients is there. No, you got to cook too. You got to do the things that you need to do in order for this thing to be prepared into something that's presented as food, that's edible. And, they don't want to, they just want to go and spar and, all right, I'm ready to fight. No, there's a mental side to boxing. It's not just all physical. You gotta have a strategic situation come about it. And I just think that people just, they think it's like basketball. You just got to put the ball in the hoop. No, this is not that. You got to protect yourself. You got to make sure you 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 don't get hit as hard as you're trying to hit them. Things of that scenario. But if you don't even like, people don't even want to study their opponent, right? Because some opponents you can just watch their film like, okay, he's right-handed, so he always leaves his left side open, or he's left-handed, or she's left-handed, so she's always leaving the right side, or they're leaving their right side open. They don't want to do the work. They just want to go out there and think that everything's gonna happen, and then as soon as they get their face knocked off, oh, I don't know what happened. I really don't know what's going on. Yeah, because you didn't prepare yourself well enough to go through the situation, and because of that, now it's a different situation. Now you sitting there, you got a concussion, you got a black eye, your jaw swollen, whatever it is, all because you watched it on TV and you thought it was easy, and it's not as easy as people think it is. So it's a different realm, but people could think they could just watch it and then it's that simple, and it's not. So, but all in all, I'm just happy that the man got out of that. Mike Tyson got out of he got out of the fight with no damage really done to him. And, he's talking about he might do it again, depending on the situation. I'm saying there should be no situation. You made $20 million off that fight. What other situation is there could it be? Right? If you spend $20 million, what could you, I mean, people get their hands on money. They spend it like it's, you know what I mean? For Jake, it looks good on his resume that he fought Mike Tyson, but the man is old and he paid him. And there's some boxers that they're upset with the way Jake Paul went about it, right? But I think it's some of the younger guys, and they can't really fight him per se because they're not in the same weight class. Like if you in the fight Saturday night, I think Jake Paul was 228 pounds. He got people that's like 160 pounds want to fight him because he fought that fight. And you say to yourself, how is it possible that you're approaching people like that, but you can't actually fight. Well, it's not going to be a sanctioned fight. You might street fight, you know what I mean? But even when you are a boxer, your hands are licensed. You can't really assault somebody with them because you got a weapon. BDB, what up, nah? So even with that, it's like it's a hard situation. But for me, it was a hard sell. But everybody wanted to watch the fight, and because they did want to watch the fight, I had to watch it because I knew we were going to talk about it. It's best to know what everybody. See what everybody could possibly be talking about before you get up in there and make these comments. Because, like I said, there's a lot of people that saw the fight. Oh, it was rigged and this, that, and the third. But like I said, me personally, I don't know what they was expecting from that man who was 58 going on, he almost 60 years old. I mean, like I said earlier, he was in great shape. That's very true. But at the end of the day, just because you're in great shape don't mean you know what to do with that physique, right? The motives are different. I never took Jake Paul serious. To me, he's not a boxer because he hasn't fought anybody that you can credit as a boxer, right? Mike Tyson was a boxer, but he's 58. Now, let's just say he goes in there and fights Tyson Fury or one of those type of guys. He's not going to do that. You know why he's not going to do that? Because he know good and well he's not going to last. This is for entertainment purposes only, right? Just look at it this way, right? It was a YouTube event, right? I mean, excuse me, it was a Netflix event. Now he broke the now so many people watched the fight that they couldn't even stream it on Netflix all the way because it was buffering because so many people wanted to watch that fight. I BDB it was crazy because in reality, like I was just telling everybody else, Commander, what up, nine? What I was telling everybody else was, the ladies gave a better fight than the actual main event. It was too like it. I mean, if you really look at the undercard, right, you see like I was telling them, lady got her eye busted open. She's still fighting. She fighting through the blood getting in her eyes and all of that. She really went to work. And as a competitor, people don't want to quit. And this young lady definitely didn't want to quit. And she was trying to get her belt back. She lost the belt to this very lady in the very same manner because she got her face busted open, and it was like the same thing. So she went at it again Saturday, and then she lost again Saturday. The same result happened. But the competitiveness of these young ladies that was fighting, it was very commendable. It was like BDB, you old enough, so for you would have been like Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, or Tommy Hearns fight. That's how they was fighting. They just in there. They not even strategizing. They toe to toe swinging, boom, 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 boom. Nobody got knocked out. You know what I mean? There was no knockdowns, none of that. They was just straight boxing. And for those few rounds, it was like, yo, this is actually a great fight. You know, so Friday night was different. Now I don't know where word at, and I know he wasn't talking about this John Jones fight. That's the MMA fight, right? And that was totally another scenario too, because he didn't fight for a few years. He was contemplating retiring, but now that he won, he's like, nah, I think I could do this a little bit longer. He's 35, 36. I don't know how long these people think they can take these fights, the battering and the bruising and the contact and MMA is different because you can kick in MMA, right? So it's like, all right, not only can I punch and I don't got the boxing glove on, it was great. There you go. What up though?
What up, though? I was trying to wait till you said it the third time. I only heard my name twice, so.
All right, okay, Beetlejuice. We was going over the fight. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the nine. They was in there. We was talking about the fight, the Tyson fight. I was just touching the John Jones fight, but then I seen you come in, so I'm gonna let you elaborate on that. What you thought about the John Jones fight?
um, you just seen the goat in the octagon, man. I think he the greatest, man. Bones Jones. I mean, I thought he was gonna take him out once he had him on the ground and he had his back. Um, I mean, but New York, he got the dude was like he one of them Himalaya white dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like they get hit by rams and shit every day. So you punch them, it's gonna affect them. But they used to getting headbutted by rams and shit. So I'm watching them elbows, and I thought he was going, put them in a submission hold. But um, honestly, I'm surprised it went that long. I thought John was gonna take him out within the first two rounds. But like I said, that dude he fought is actually one of the greatest heavyweight champions in MMA history. But it was just
Right.
that he's older and he ain't been in the octagon for a while. So like we was talking about that with Tyson, is when
Hmm.
you at your prime, when you at your height, that's one thing. But all that stuff, You know, so but yeah, I thought he was gonna take him out a lot sooner. But Bones, I mean, he looked it good. I
He
don't
looked it.
think, yeah, I don't think I haven't watched that Aspinall dude, but Francis don't he shouldn't fight Jones. Jones look he gonna pick him apart. Jones still look too damn good. And,
I,
and Francis,
I agree
he
with
more like he more like Hulk. You know what I'm saying? Like Hulk smash. Like that's how Francis is. You ain't gonna be able to catch. Like if you watch the striking, you see how like when Jones, what he do is retreat. But the dangerous thing about him retreating, like you were saying earlier, you can throw elbows and everything. I seen him turn his back, and if you watch him, he always looking over his shoulder. He turned his back. The dude ran up like he can't hit him with a spinning back elbow, knocked him out. So when he turned his back and retreat, he's still dangerous. Like even that spinning back kick he did. Did you see
that.
the precision he put on, bro? He went between the dude threw up a guard. He went right between his elbow and his knee and his
He was
backward.
very
So he
strategic last
already
night.
man, he was
He was
fucking
very strategic.
surgical.
Yeah, right. And I'm sitting there watching the third round. He played like he jabbed him, they jabbed him. All right, let me jab you a little bit. But once he got that right foot in them ribs, it was over. You see what happened? Put him down because he was just jabbing him. He had his opponent very distracted. And I don't want to butcher his name, but he was so busy trying to guard up top that he left everything else vulnerable. So once that rib kick came in, I said, "Good night, Irene. It's over." And
I'm
that's
pretty sure
exactly
he
what happened.
I'm pretty sure he broke his rib because don't
I
nobody. I
know he
mean,
broke.
it ain't like you can get the wind knocked out of you, but no, he fell in pain, and that's not your liver on the other side. He kicked him opposite side of the liver. So the way he went down, I'm pretty sure he broke his rib because he went down like,
Really, what
oh
up, though?
shit. What up, though? Oh, my bad. What up in the chat? Tay Eats. What up, Nine? Commander. What up, Nine? DDB. What up, Nine? Realist in the building. Lady Shay. I don't know who else in the chat. That's what I seen when I opened
Realist
them up.
is there. Realist came in, and I'm even though like I think for combat sport, like I was telling them, if we excuse the Tyson fight, it was a very good weekend for the combat sports, whether it's MMA or boxing. I think it was a very good weekend for them, despite what everybody thinks of the Tyson fight.
I'm gonna do a video. I'm gonna do an upload on that because everybody complaining about that Tyson fight. Y'all fucked up in the head. I don't care what nobody says. Y'all like, listen, this man 58 years old. What did you want to happen? Like, like I said, people think with emotions. They seen Tyson. Oh, Mike Tyson. Oh my God, Iron Mike. Y'all forgot this motherfucker was old, right? Y'all forgot that he quit boxing because he couldn't twitch and move like he used to. And now you want to wait 18 years later and think he like, come on now, man. There's no logical thought in that. I love combat sports. When I heard Tyson was gonna fight, and then when they say fighting Jake Paul, this is what you gotta understand. They don't get tested. That dude can be on steroids. The way I seen him take hits, and I'm like, hell no, bro. You on something. You ain't start boxing at 24 and be able to take a damn left hook. I'm sorry, unless you've been getting your ass beat. I mean, you got to build up that tolerance of getting hit in the face. And the way he be taking punches, bro, nah, he on something. That dude is on something. They probably giving him shots of Toradol before he fight. It's like, man, nah. I'm telling you,
So you saying he
like,
ain't been fighting all his life?
no, man. That boy from Ohio, he was on YouTube half his life. I ain't been to no damn fights.
Yo, like I said, it was very intriguing, but I was just shouting out the Serrano Taylor fight. That's the lady's name that was fighting, and I was just like, you know what? That fight was more, it was more of a boxing match than the actual Tyson and Paul fight. and I was just giving them their flowers for having that fight.
If anyone expected Mike Tyson and Jake Paul to actually fight, they were. That's why they feel stupid. That's what it is. Everybody feels like, oh, we got hoodwinked. Why the hell would you believe that shit anyway? He gonna knock Jake Paul out. What game is y'all playing? We talking about real life shit. Like this dude been fighting UFC fighters and knocking them out. And you think some old man who used to? Why do you think he picked Tyson? He knew he was gonna win. Come on now, man. That was an exhibition from the start. I was praying that it wasn't a real fight, and when I seen, I'm like, thank you, Jake. I respect you for that. They sold it. They entertainers, man. They entertainers. That's what they do. I mean,
Mm.
that's not even it's sanctioned, but it's not like for no tight. I mean, he's not in any rank. He's not in none of the four major ranks. He's not in none of the championship ranks.
I was about to
So,
say,
like,
how
what
could
do
he
you
be?
expect? Like, what do you expect? All his fights is like exhibition. He's fighting MMA fighters and stuff,
Hmm.
bare knuckle
I,
fighters, people who
yeah, I was
don't
about to say,
box. That's who he fighting.
right. Yeah, look, they coming out of their realms, MMA, the bare knuckle fighters, they putting on gloves. It's different. It's a different mindset, right? MMA, all right, everybody think it's easy because now you don't got to worry about kicking. Nah, you still got to worry about that heavy hand that's coming to your ribs or your face, or there's still a strategy that has to be had.
Is
Tay
you
Tay
are
had made
with
Tay had made a very good point. You know, she's like the younger people. They just think they just come in and they just want the results of like they're
them casual
fighting.
fans.
Yeah, those are the casual
Most
fans. They don't know to put the work in.
most people who watch boxing get upset when somebody don't get knocked out. Those are casual fans. Boxing is the sweet art of hitting and not getting hit. It's an art. It's not people. It's not even a fight. It's a fighting style. It's not like you go outside and fight your neighbor. You know what I'm saying? That's what they expect. Like somebody to get knocked out. No, knockouts come. That's why if you hear any great, even Javante Tank Davis got one of the highest
Mhm.
knockout ratios, and he say, no, I don't look for the knockout. It just comes. He don't go in the
Man,
ring trying to knock somebody out. But when the door opens, shit, he walked through it, or knocked them through it. Tank be knocking people's
yeah,
soul out, bro.
yeah, because he upset with Jake Paul. Let I know it can't happen, but I know he's upset with Jake Paul right now. Like, yo, that was some greasy move. Like, you should have fought somebody
This
that was worth it.
this
But
this
you
is
can't complain about it. You know what I mean?
this is why they mad at Jake Paul, because this dude is not a boxer and he's making more money than boxers. He just made 40 million off that fight. That's tank numbers. The average fighter
Mm,
don't make that. They don't make
right.
40 million. They don't make 10 million. They don't make 5 million. Some of the boxers that we love, like when y'all start thinking about Sugar Ray and all Muhammad Ali, they didn't make no money. They just got their head knocked around for a couple 100,000. They didn't
Hmm.
make no money. So now you got some
And then
dude who been on YouTube doing prank videos and stuff. Say I want to box. They wouldn't let him in the door, so he said, "Fuck it, I'll make my own shit," and that's what he did. And now they getting mad because he's selling out arenas, and they not. That's why I'm not saying Tank, but Tank had to build himself up to where he at. Jake Paul did that shit in a
mhm,
couple years.
yeah. But what do we think? He wanted that on his resume. I mean, what does that prove now that he has this on his resume? Like, does it do anything for him? Does it, what I mean? Does it make him credible?
It
Like,
made
what
me
do you
like him.
think?
It made me like him because at
My
first I was
bad.
like, man, this is my bad. Am I?
No, no, no.
'Cause
BDB coming up.
Oh, because at first I was like, man, this dude, he just he just fighting UFC fighters. But after that Tyson fight, I see his vision. I see what he's doing. Listen to the press conference. He said, well, I don't want to hurt somebody who, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not, trying to. He said, I love Mike. I'm not trying to, you know what I'm saying? He told you, like, man, look, I could have took him out, but I didn't.
Okay.
That
BDB,
that
what
made
up,
me
nine? What's
respect
going
him like
on?
him. What up,
Salute,
DDB?
salute. What's good, Nines? What's good?
Nah, there ain't nothing, we talk about these combat sports that just happened over the weekend.
Yeah, I got tired of typing, so I just figured I'd come up and
Yeah, but he sold a couple other fights out too. He sold, I mean, that was his second sellout. But he doing numbers. He doing numbers bigger than boxing. His last three fight. But see, this is what people don't understand. He has real fighters on his undercard.
Hmm.
He's putting on good promotion. He's putting on good pay-per-views. It's actually good fighters on his undercard. It was the WBC championship match on the undercard. Mario's Barrios. That's the sanction. They were in the sanction body. They are in the sanction body. They fought for a belt. So I mean,
Hmm.
what he's doing, and then like before Jake Paul, like when people hating on him, he got to remember this. This is what people gotta take into account. Before Jake Paul, women's boxing was shit. He put women's boxing on the map, and he getting these women paid. Amanda Serrano was the first woman who made multi-million dollars off a boxing match because of Jake Paul,
Hmm.
because of him. You know, he telling Clarissa like, "Come over and fight with me. I can make you money." She being stubborn, like, "Shit, I can make money." Okay, shit. I'll be like, "Shit, Amanda, you made how much?" Okay. How many you sold out an arena and okay, yeah, I fight on the undercard. Shit, that's just to go get you more publicity. Because a lot of the people watching him is like Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia can't fight. He just popular because he on social media.
that's
I
everybody
mean,
now. Social
mhm.
media popularity. Sick of it. I want to go back to the days when it was real boxing. None of this dancing all around the ring and pity pat and shoulder rolling.
But that's boxing though, bro. That's boxing.
That
Look at
ain't boxing.
Muhammad Ali. That's how Muhammad fought. Muhammad Ali didn't start slugging until he started getting knocked around. Even when he fought George Foreman, it was float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Sugar Ray Leonard was slick.
But at least,
When he tried to fight, what happened? Duran.
but at least they box. They ain't sit up there looking like one of those dancing crews where the leaders come out and they circle all around like the beat it video and stuff like that, tying off their hands and got the knives and the other ones dancing back and forth. Box, damn it.
But
Hey,
and then you
shit.
gotta. We was talking about this last time. You gotta look at these matchmakers too, because they putting people in the ring who shouldn't be in the ring with other people. So if I'm boxing and I got this superior fighter in front, I ain't about to let the dude just knock my head off. I'm gonna run. Shit.
I
No.
mean, I'm not saying run and stuff, but I mean, you know what you're getting when you get into those rings. You should know what to expect. You know you're here to put on a show. You know you're here to entertain. So you have to do that.
Mhm.
If you're afraid of getting your head knocked off and hitting the canvas too hard or getting hit so hard to the point where now you got a speech impediment, then this is not the career for you. There's other things.
Mm.
There's other sports. There's water polo. There's
But I'm gonna be honest with you too. Even that perspective, that's not boxing, bro. Like you're not here to put on a show. You're here to win a fight. When you get in that ring and you start thinking, I'm here to put on a show, you putting your life in danger. Anybody who trained boxing, any boxing trainer will tell you that. Nowadays, you hear all these people because that's what people want to see, the knockout. Oh, we got to put on the show. That's why you got people who can't. That's why they leaving with CTE. When you go into a gym and you start boxing and you try to get flashy and stuff and you don't become technical, they will throw you out the ring. And I understand you're talking on the highest profession because these are professionals. They supposed to put on the show. They life still in danger, though, bro. That
true.
Hold on, hold on,
that
world.
I
Your
mean,
your mic is going in and out. Yeah, your mic is
oh,
going in and out. We can't
okay.
hear you all the way.
You go in there with the intent to put on the show. That might be the last thing you do. I'm just being real.
No,
Like
I
from
hear you.
like from a fighter perspective. I'm not a boxer. I did three amateur boxing matches. Five. I did five. Two of them didn't. I got disqualified in two of them. We ain't gonna talk about that. But
Damn, Creed.
Nah, man, he hit me in my nuts like 4 times, bro, and the ref wasn't calling nothing. So I started taking my tape off my glove, and he hit me in my nuts 3 times in the first round, 4 times in the second round, 2 times in the third round. I got that glove off and hit him with my bare hand, knocked his ass
Oh,
out,
so you got the Katie Taylor treatment. You
bro.
know,
I had anger issues when I was younger, bro.
here's my thing. Like my aunts and my uncle, from when I was a kid, they put me up on boxing. So, I know about all the greats, watching some of the classic epic matchups. Back in the day, like I said, I get you gotta strategize. I get that you gotta, know your opponent, size them up. I get all those things. But at the same time, you gotta box. I like I said, I just don't want to see 12 rounds of two guys literally just shifting their legs back and forth and, doing little different dance techniques and all that. Like, this ain't Soul Train. Like, come on. Like, box. I'm not saying go in there with the intention of trying to kill the person, but, like I said, this is what the life you chose. This is the profession you chose. So you know what comes with the territory. They know all the stipulations and everything before they even get up in that ring, before they even start training. So they know what to expect. Now, it's their choice whether they sign on that dotted line or, they transition into something else. If they are going to choose this path and continue to do this, they got to know what to expect. So for me, I want to see a fight. Damn it. I don't want to see you just keep circling around and stuff, eyeing your opponent. I don't want to see you gnawing at your gloves, talking about some, I was hungry midway through the fight. I ain't trying to hear that mess. God damn it, fight. And this is why I never paid for these pay-per-view events, no matter how much it costs. That's why I always waited to the next day for them to go free 99 on YouTube or any of the social media platforms, because I'm not about to sit here and pay hard-earned money to watch you just basically just dance battle for 12 straight rounds. I can't do it. I got to see a fight. I got to see a brawl. You can't be doing all this talking, all this building up, hype and anticipation and promotion, and you just basically just dance fighting. What the hell is this? Like, I'd rather watch Stomp the Yard or some of those other damn movies. Instead of watching this, and that's why I said boxing has just gone downhill. It's not what it used to be, and it's a disappointment to the sport. So, I mean, that's just how I feel about it. So, you know.
Uh, the question is, do we think that Jake Paul could actually get, like, we know he fought at 228 pounds. I don't, isn't that super heavyweight? Does he have a
Nah,
chance against a Tyson Fury or
hell no.
Wilder
No,
or one of them people?
no.
Nah, he ain't got no chance against no heavyweight.
You
Maybe middle heavy. I mean, light heavyweight. He might have. I don't see no champions down there, but he have a good fights down there. Yeah, good fights down there. But this my thing. I want to see him get tested, bro. That's what I want to see.
no one's to see that. I don't feel like he's going to really get tested because these
No, I'm
vets
talking
are.
about drug testing, like to
Oh
fight
yeah,
in a
yeah, yeah.
real actual sanctioned fight under the sanction. You have to get tested. He's getting he has a promotion company, his own promotion company. So they kind of set certain rules. So they don't have to get tested. But when you fighting under the WBC, the WBO, the IBF, um, what's the other one? WBC, WBO, IBF, or W WBO, WB is another one. It's four of them. Anyway, when you fighting under them is automatic testing. And they doing VADA testing, so they taking blood. Well, IBF is taking blood.
Yeah, because I was just looking at his physique and I'm like, why does he look like a cartoon? Like,
No, he just. I don't believe that's. I don't believe he natural.
yeah, I don't
And
think he's natural either. It just looks very cartoon. Looks kind of like Johnny Bravo a little bit. Like, just something about it just don't look
I seen I
right.
seen Tyrone Woodley take a knee in the face and get knocked out. He didn't fall like he did when Jake Paul punched him. So like I don't know what that dude hit that man with, but I would have went to the trunk after that shit. Like you got me fucked up. You got me all the way fucked. You think you gonna hit me like that and we gonna be cool afterward? I don't care if you did buy me a Rolex. You gonna take three of these.
I mean, yeah, knock him out and keep the Rolex. But I don't. I think what it is like these vets. No one's taking him seriously because you see now he's feeling himself. In regards to the whole Tyson thing. Even though I feel like the whole thing was rigged from the jump and probably even scripted. Who knows? But no one's taking him
No, that
seriously.
wasn't scripted.
I mean,
You know what happened? This is what happened. He got in the ring, and I'm pretty sure he knew. Y'all know, 3 months prior to that, Mike Tyson had to get the blood transfused. He was fucked up. Um, you can hear it from his. I think this is what he did. He went in there with the intent to fight Tyson, and when he seen Tyson couldn't do nothing against him because he liked Mike, and at the end of the day, if he knock out Mike Tyson, it does nothing for him. So he took it easy on him.
he
I
wasn't.
think that's what I mean. That's I think that's exactly what because Tyson was trying to catch him. Tyson was trying to get him. Like Tyson was trying to hit him. That wasn't scripted from Tyson. He just couldn't get him. He was like Jake Paul was like that old fisherman with that dollar on that commercial. Oh, he almost had it. That's how he was Tyson.
Yeah, well, whether it was scripted or not, whatever page it was on, we all know Jake wasn't knocking Mike out. That wasn't going to happen.
Oh
But
yeah. Oh no, he could have. But like you said, it wasn't. I'm happy he didn't.
I,
If Logan was, oh, Logan would have knocked him out. Logan would have dropped him.
I don't
Yeah, I
know.
agree with that. I agree with
I'm
that
telling
because
you,
he's a
Logan.
goofy. He's really a
Like I'm
goofy.
telling you, he told at the end of the match, he told Mike. Mike was like, "Oh, I'll fight your brother." He said, "No, Mike, I will kill you. I'm not my brother." Like, like no, Logan gonna knock you out just to say I knocked out Mike Tyson. Jake got humility. That's what that showed me. That showed a lot of class and character because he could have went in there and knocked him out. That wasn't scripted, bro. I'm telling you, Mike was throwing leather. You seen Jake face after the fight? He hit him.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he did, but I mean, like I said, the whole thing was just whack from start to finish. I'm like, and I didn't even want to watch because everybody's like, "Oh, you gonna watch the fight? You gonna watch the fight?" I'm like, I really have no interest in it. But like I was telling my stepdad, I'm like, I feel like when it comes to these type of matchups, even though you don't really have any interest, because of all the hype and the anticipation, it's almost like you kind of like are forced into watching it. You just kind of like, all right, fuck it, like let's just check it out. But honestly, like that was a really good nap. It was a much needed nap, especially after all the work I've been doing these past couple weeks. So yeah, that 4 hour nap was very sufficient.
I since y'all two up here, bro, I want to prove my point. Okay, when y'all heard about that, what did y'all think?
Oh, what about the matchup?
Like I want even the people in the chat, I want y'all to be 100% honest, right? When you heard Mike Tyson was about to fight Jake Paul, what did you think?
I laughed.
Well, for me, I knew it was an exhibition, so I wasn't even. I just wanted to see what he can do.
Mm,
Like I told them earlier. I said, it's one thing to see him hitting the speed bag and all of that, but what Bruce Lee said, the board don't hit back. Meaning, hey, that ain't gonna hit you. Let me see what happens when you get hit real quick. And like I said, everybody, well, he was in great shape. Okay, he can be in great shape. Is his mind in great shape? Does the hand-eye coordination work? What does the physical physique got to do with the rest of the attributes that he need to perform the box? And he started off well in the first round. He moved around, but then after that, I know he was getting high before that fight. So I know that shit was gonna come back and haunt him later. So that's what happened, in my opinion. Like it's like, all
And,
right, he can't even move right now. He's stuck. So
and the fact
that's what I
that
saw.
not to mention coming out with the NBA knee brace. Like he walked down the aisle with that. I was like, oh yeah, this ain't gonna be very long. So
Now,
yeah,
now check this. Now check this out. When y'all hear people who actually thought Mike Tyson was going to fight Jake Paul, they will tell you because they like Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson is the GOAT. Mike Tyson is the, they telling you about how they feel about Mike. But when you logically think this man is somewhere smoking weed and eating applesauce, you really does it make any logical sense? Him getting in the ring with somebody who's been fighting for 4 years, 3, 4 times a year, even if he just learned how to box, 4 years. And this man ain't boxing. I mean, he did that exhibition with Roy Jones, but this man ain't boxed in an actual match since he was 40 years old. Like that was really gonna be a fight. This before the first fight was supposed to happen in July. He had ulcer problems, and then in August he was hospitalized again. And we thought in November he was going to actually that it made no logical sense, and people are upset. Talking about it was rigged. What the hell do you think it was? You really thought they was about to get in there and fight? Like you wanted to see Mike Tyson die in the ring? Because that's what would have happened. He would have
Mm.
tried to not get knocked out and took more hits. When he was jabbing him, Mike was looking. I'm like, bro, stop hitting him, please. I'm like, I'm thinking that like, Jake, please stop hitting him. Don't hit him no more. Don't throw no more punches, please. Just throw him at the air like you was doing at first. Just throw him in the air. Don't hit him. Thank you. Like shit, you hitting somebody granddad, bro. Like this old man. Like, are we
He
are we
might be
that
somebody
fucked up
great
in
granddad.
society?
I'm just saying.
Right. Are
Yeah,
we? I mean, I think is morbid that we like some of the stuff I be saying like that when old girl head got. I'm like, stop the fight. I'm thinking that like, come on, man. Her damn eyelid. The gash is down to her eyelid.
yeah, that shit was split open.
It was down to her eyelid, bro. It's like the meat. I'm like, the meat is covering her eyebrows, bro. You can't even see her eyebrows no more because the meat hanging over it. It's like
Yeah,
she got two
Right.
eyelids. Like every
it's
time she
like when you
blink, it's like
peel.
flapping.
It's like peeling an orange.
Yeah, I'm like, stop the fight, bro. It's a wrap. It's done. Shit, it's done. Like warriors, man. Like people who really compete at that level, they like that. That's their life, man. They like, I'm willing to die in the ring. That's what Tyson said. I want to die in the ring. I don't want to die in the street. I want to die in the ring. This is what people who really feel like that, bro. Like Deontay Wilder,
Mm.
I'm looking like he getting it beat. I'm like, man, somebody throw the towel in. When the dude threw the towel in, he got mad. I'm like, bro, he saved your life. You gonna be able to talk to your kids tomorrow, bro.
Mm.
But they warriors, man. They want to die on the battlefield.
Yeah,
That's something
that's
they
how I
came
view
to
the
terms with.
girls. I gained a lot of respect for Carano because of that, right? Like she could have they could have easily stopped that, but she's like, nah, I want to keep going. And she tried her best, but like I said, that had an effect on her. To be honest with you, it had to have an effect because how you seeing with your eye open like that, then the blood coming in your eye, it was just so much going on. You know what I mean? It was so much. But the question is, do y'all think that this affected Mike Tyson's legacy? Do y'all think
No,
that had any
It's an
effect on
exhibition, nah, man. He an
no.
old man, bro. I mean, it ain't like he was really competing. He an old man. That was I expected that. I mean,
Mike,
we talk about legacy. We talking about what he did back in the day, not what he doing right now.
yeah, he has nothing else to prove at this point. I mean, I just, like I said, I just hate that, the sport of boxing is now just turned more into a money grab than it is like just pure entertainment. I feel like, these guys, don't really have love for the passion of the sport anymore. It's just like, oh, how much can we secure for this fight and that fight? You're going to get money for every single fight, but at least give the people their money's worth, versus, just putting on these type of matches. Like everyone knew that this was silly, but at the same time, it's only so many, it's only so much entertainment now. So now it's just like people are just going to kind of tune in just because. And I feel like, the only reason they even put this fight together was I guess they wanted to kind of bridge the gap between old school and new school. But that wasn't the ideal way of going about it, putting somebody fresh out of college up against somebody that's in a nursing home. Like, where is the common sense in that? Like, we were like almost like 30 years apart. Y'all gonna have these two fight? Like, come on now. That's not even logical. And normally matchups like that, okay, like for someone like Jake Paul, you gotta at least be like 20, 30 fights in before you even get a chance to fight someone of that caliber. Someone of Mike Tyson's caliber. You're not fighting nobody like that early on. And, again, if this was, I mean, well, I get they probably couldn't do it back then because everybody knows like this fight wouldn't even happen if he was going against Mike in his prime. So, I get it, but like now it's just, I don't know. It's just senseless.
And I think me and Gary had a similar conversation before about like football in a similar context, but you know, just looking at the evolution of sports, back in the day, athletes didn't really get paid, and now we see some of the greats, the legends, the way they went out. So now these young people, like, they changing the game. Like, shit, I want to get paid, and then I do whatever I do. But I'm not mad at it because, like, like from an entertainment standpoint, it sucks. I'm not gonna lie. From a consumer standpoint, but I also, being around athletes, knowing athletes, and it's like I understand their perspective too. So you know, um, I just take it for what it evolved to now, it's entertainment. I mean, like Tommy, the Hitman Hearns, bro, he got to do to make his money. He still got to make money to live. You know, he wasn't set up
Mhm.
like that. He got to do appearances and stuff like that. My cousin is like good friends with his son, and just being around like Tommy, I was around him when I was young in the Crunk Gym, and he still had some of his mind. But I seen him like 7 years ago, 8 years ago. I went to his house, and I'm like, man, he a shell of himself. Like that shit's sad.
Mm.
That shit's sad, man. And it's like he did. Those were the people who laid it all out for the sake of entertainment. And now you look at him like, oh, fuck that, fuck that. That's why I was like, I'm happy I ain't never go professional on that. Because even like football players, like my cousin Ty, like his knees messed up. Even Darrell knees all fucked up and shit.
Do you guys think there's a difference of a sacrifice from today's athletes and yesterday's athletes? Like, do you think that the sacrifice is at the same equivalence, or is it less for today's athletes, or is it more, or was it less
It's
for
less.
yesterday's athletes?
They asked to do less now. You're not asked to do, bro. Who was that? Lot from he cut his finger. I mean, he amputated his finger so he can play in the game, bro, because it was broken. Like this is what they was doing back in the day. Like he t- he amputated his finger because it was broken so he can play in an NFL game, bro. Because that was gonna get him back on the field quicker if he got it amputated versus putting a cast on. Those were the sacrifices. It wasn't no concussion protocol. They just took the dude out when you was watching. I don't know if y'all watched the Lions game, but they called a halt on the field to get him evaluated because of a hit he took. The game. I mean the refs did that. The ones in New York, they called in like, "Hey man, get him off the field. He need to get checked." They wasn't doing, bro.
Hmm.
It was people getting being loopy, getting stood up. Okay, just stand here. When they say hut, just go forward. They was doing shit like that back in the day. Wasn't no concussion protocol. Wasn't no. I don't care. They was taking heads off, bro. Wasn't no Brady rule. You can't hit below this. They was flipping quarterbacks. Quarterbacks was lunch meat, bro.
First of
I
all,
just
ain't
feel
nobody try to watch no Lion game. That I told you what the score was going to be Saturday. Didn't I tell you what the score was going to be?
Bro, man, listen.
I told you what the score was
Any
going to
given
be, so don't
Sunday,
mention
bro.
the Lions. We ain't talking about the Lions today. We're not doing that.
Yeah,
I
did you
told you the
really,
score was going to be 59 to 10. I was
Bro,
close.
did you
I,
sit
I,
there and
I,
watch?
I,
Hold on, Word, you sat there and watched that massacre from start to finish, knowing what the outcome was going to be. Really?
bro, I gotta make sure my team clicking on all cylinders. Man. You see
listen,
how good we
if
look?
y'all, Commander was here, right? If y'all go back and listen to this man try to make the teammates playing sound so heroic and
Listen.
competitive.
Let me tell y'all
I'm
something.
like,
Let me first of all,
Man, look.
let me tell y'all something. We talking about a professional football team, okay? These are the creme of the creme, okay? Anybody and everybody don't make it to the NFL. These people did, no matter who on the
here you
field.
go.
Just know that they made it to the NFL. I want to see you go out and be on an NFL team tomorrow. No, they good players, bro. You know, any given Sunday. Matt Jones could have turned into Willie Beeman. We don't know. Anything can happen. That's the beautiful thing about
That ain't
football, okay?
Against a team like that, come
Willie
on.
Beeman, man. He could have turned into Willie Beeman on him, boy.
yeah.
I'm telling you.
You
His
you
name
know
was
that
Willie.
So
Willie Beeman.
you know
Bro, that's
that
what
game.
yeah,
Uh, you know that
he
Lions
really
game
tried
tonight.
it.
That Lion game was like the first Fast and Furious. Remember when Homeboy hit the notch too quickly? He thought he had to leave, and then the Chinese dude was like, "Too soon, Junior," and turned that off. And zoom right past him, and then went crazy, and he ended up leaving. Didn't even come back or whatnot. And then once they got mad
I
at Vin
bet
Diesel, yeah, that
I bet
that
they
was.
didn't even turn that game off. Yeah, they didn't even cut that game off for him. Watch. Hey, word, did they cut the game off? Did they show you the Packer Bear game?
um,
They
no,
ain't show it. No, that's my answer right there.
I watched the other game, bro.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised they didn't throw out the what's that meme? The throw in the damn towel. You know
I ain't
the
nothing on the towel, bro. It's Detroit versus everybody. Look, this is what we do in the city, bro. We take people's souls from their body. You know, bro. Look, he about to get another head coach fired, bro. That's what our head coach do. He get other people fired, bro. I mean, look, bro. We've been the butt of the NFL for so long. Now we just crushing everybody. That's
oh no,
what's
look,
going on.
I'm proud. Listen, I'm happy because you know my boy from college, his name is Will. He's from Detroit, from 8 Mile and stuff. So you know I'm happy to see the Lions, you know, turning around and go from nothing to something. But you know when it's games like that, I mean, where it's just obliteration. I mean, you know, there's I know you want to still support the team, but I'm not watching this. If it's halftime and you know the score is 40-6, that's it. I mean, I get it. Football is very unpredictable. You know, you can see a team easily be down and come back, but there are some games where you just know, like, okay, this is over, and that was clearly over. Like 60 damn points to what? What was it? Was it 59-6?
It was
BDB,
52-6.
52-6. It's over.
BDB. Have you ever seen a lion in the wild? Have you ever seen a lion in the wild? Right. You know what
Um,
they do to the prey they catch? They eat the carcass, bro. Why you think they
Here you
named
go.
the team after a lion? Because to embody bro, we eat carcasses, bro. In the
hey,
deep.
look, I'm the same way. Same way with my
They,
chicken.
I know
I
why they
eat.
named. I know why they named it that because the original team that was there first, they were tigers, so they couldn't use. They didn't want to use tigers, and they said lions. That's why they named them lions. Yeah, it's just like
They
don't do
I,
vicious
that.
cats, bro. That it don't matter. They just vicious cats, tigers, lions. We ain't got no bears, bro. We got some red wing. I don't know what the hell a red wing is, but if you get hit in the head with it, I bet you it hurt. So that's good too. I mean, we got pistons. Oh yeah, we'll slap you with a piston. You take two pistons up and turns two weapons, bro. We take two pistons and knock you upside your head with it too. That's just, I mean, yeah, that's just the city, bro. That's just what we
tell
do.
them how you feel, word. Tell them how you feel.
That's just what we
Yeah,
do.
this is a lot of years of frustration.
I was
I
just about to say
understand it.
that.
Like I'm going through that myself right now, but that's why I let them have it. Go
With the
ahead, word.
paper
Go ahead, keep
plane,
going.
I'm not vote. I'm not rocking with the
I
paper
got a
plane.
paper plane team. I'm saying
Yeah,
I see
paper
them
planes.
lose
They ain't
every
even the
week. They
Jets no
lose
more.
every week by the last second. Every week. I ain't saying nothing. No.
Words
I
of the
just
change.
roll with it.
Words of the change is
Roll with it.
definitely going to come.
Who they play? Who they play next week? Word.
Who, the Lions, the Colts?
Oh
I
God.
can't believe the Colts.
Nah, they just beat the Jets. I believe it. They
never
played the
mind.
Jets. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
The Jets.
I
They still
believe it.
alive? They're still alive?
Yeah, they still alive. I don't know how, but they still live.
Really?
I said that myself. No, he ain't gonna quit. He can't quit. He one of them old people that keep like Tyson. And that's what we was talking about earlier. That's what we was talking about earlier about the, people think they could do this for a long period of time, but he don't even put the work in to make himself relevant. He's different from Tom Brady. That's why Tom Brady is always going to get the acknowledgement, because he put that he sacrificed. He wouldn't look during COVID. Tom Brady was in a park playing with his wide receivers throwing football. Aaron Rodgers wanted to go to Greece and Egypt during mandatory camp, and he just came to the team. So he ain't caring about none of that. And that's a difference, right? That's what I was saying earlier about the sacrifice. There's people that's willing to put the sacrifice in, right? Look at LeBron James. LeBron James is 39 years old. He did a whole week of doing triple doubles. They like, man, he's the oldest person to do that. What do y'all expect? The man spent $2 million on his exercise routine. What do you think is gonna happen? He's gonna be ready to play. Those are the sacrifices that he do. Now, if everybody was to implement that, they'll be fine. He don't get injured or nothing. That's what he do. Now you look at Kevin Durant. He's out right now. He got a hamstring problem. Hey, that's the difference. People are working to make themselves relevant, and some people actually love what they do. Some people are just there to get a paycheck. So it's a difference, in my opinion. But I'm different.
I was about to say, like Terrell Owens, that man was sleeping in a hyperbolic, I was about to say time chamber, hyperbolic chamber. I'm like, you sleeping in what? Like, bro, you weird, bro. Oh no, it helps me. It keeps me feeling young. I'm looking like this dude sleeping in the mummy casket. He literally sleeping in the casket.
That a mummy casket.
Yeah, bro. It's like, I'm looking at that thing like, bro, that's a casket. You can call it hyperbolic or whatever you want. Bro, you're in a casket. You're a vampire. Bro. You want some other shit.
What? They are supposed to take a step.
Yeah, tell about I'm trying to stay young. You probably drinking blood too, bro. What's wrong with you? Play some football?
All right.
Go get a family, bro. Go get some kids to play with.
Adopt.
Oh man.
All right. So, no, I said adopt. All right. So let me ask y'all this. Let me pose this question, because I've been having this on and off debate with several friends and family in my group chat, and this question also goes to everybody in the live chat. When it comes to sports brands, no matter what it is, do you think that it's wrong to be a fan of more than one team, or do you feel like you have to be monogamous to just one specific team in sports, whether it's football, baseball, basketball? Do you think that?
No, hell no. Nope. Not.
When it comes to sports, I'm a hoe, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Wherever my favorite player go, that's what team I like. I got like a lot of teams. Like my dad, he gets so mad. He'd be like, "Oh, the Steelers won." I'd be like, "I'm happy. I like the Steelers." Well, you be rooting for Detroit. Okay, I like them too. Why can't I root for two? Oh, you got y'all on some gangbanging shit in sports now. Y'all just taking gangbanging. Hey, y'all just taking it in politics. Y'all taking gangbanging in sports. Y'all taking gangbanging everywhere, bro. Like, man, y'all gotta stop gangbanging. Like, everything is not about west side, east side, blue or yellow. Like, okay, look, I like Tampa Bay. I liked the Jets last year. That was one of my teams. I'm wearing the jersey and everything. I don't wear it no more.
No, you like a player. Nah, that's different.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I like. Okay, so
that's
the
different.
team
Yeah.
comes with the player. The team, the player is on the team, so I'm rooting for the team also. I want the player to get a lot of money and do good things.
I can't do that.
You say you gang banging, bro. You gang banging. I like the 49ers.
I ain't gang banging.
The 49ers is one of my favorite teams. But if they play the Lions, look, it's like It's like when I was playing that video about that one dude. He talking about if you say Javante is one of your favorite fighters, then he's your favorite fighter. No, it's a tier list. Okay, I got a tier list. I like this team, but I like this team, and I like this team. But if this team play this team, then fuck that team. That's how I feel.
I mean, it's always easy. It's always easier to go with like whatever team made you start watching the sport. That's obviously gonna be your team. But as you get, as you get a little older as far as watching the sport, you might like a player and then like, all right, I like that team, or I like that team because of their system or whatever. So it's plausible, but you're never gonna go away from the team that you started with. That's a loyal base situation.
Yeah,
Like,
and
he liked the Steelers because he's from PA. Then we went to Detroit. I'm in Detroit now. What up, though? That's the hashtag. What up, though? So
let me get into the
I'm
chat.
on What Up, though Lions. So that's what it is.
You know what? I'm going live.
I know. I knew you was going live.
Y'all talking too much crap now. I'm about to get on there and talk about 30 minutes before I even drop it. I'm about to talk some shit now. Y'all talking. Let me. My voice ain't even deep. Why y'all always go to the deep? What up, though? Like, why y'all always go?
Because that's how you be sounding. You got to watch the replay so you can hear how you sound and stuff.
I'm gonna
do it because Commander here. She said, "What up, though? What up, though?" Before we start, let me get into the chat.
No, every time Word start his live, it'd be super sinister. He's like, "What up, bro?"
Y'all know what the title is. Before we do that,
let me get into the chat. Even say that sinister. It's just like, hey, it just sounds eerie. The only time it sounds lighthearted when he be like, dee 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 dee. That's the only time it gets like lighthearted.
Okay, yeah. Watch how I start this live. Sinister, huh? Okay.
The rest of the time it sounds evil as hell.
I got you.
Right? You don't never hear him say dee. Yeah, you don't ever hear him say evil or sinister. You imagine him saying dee.
Hey,
he gonna.
Look,
I gotta watch it live tonight.
You know why I say Didi name like that? Because that's my son nickname, Didi, and it's this Middle Eastern song. It's a Middle Eastern song. I can't play it because I think it might be copyrighted. But he'd be like, Didi, Didi, yeah, Didi, yeah. Bro, it'd be jamming. It'd be like, bro, I'd be jamming. We'd be in the car geeking. I'm like, what? And that was before my son was even born. Man, some of the Middle Eastern joints, bro. I'm looking like y'all gotta have some black in y'all because this got too much rhythm for me not to be moving. Like,
there's
there's some black in y'all somewhere. There's nobody
absolutely
to make me move like this. Like and they got these little dances right at the wedding. I should show y'all my wedding. Man, you will see, like, man, when they was dancing, like my family haven't been exposed to them. Like not my Pennsylvania family, right? Man, they seen this little line dance that we was doing. And it's like they shrugged their shoulders. Man, I got up there, I got rhythm, bro. So I got to put some little spice to it. So I'm sitting up there gigging with it. Man, my cousins got up. We started, man, those motherfuckers crick walking and banging their shoulders and shit. We start tearing that shit up, bro. Like, look, hold on, y'all try it like this. Y'all look stiff as hell. It look like y'all at a funeral or something going around the casket. Let me show you how to put some soul into it. So yeah, we got up there and did the thing, bro.
Y'all was looking like Soul Train up there, huh?
Man, hell yeah, bro. Everybody wanted chicken after that.
Had the couples unscrambling the word puzzle before they got into the dance floor. That's what I'm talking about.
This guy right here. he gonna get us in this live. Y'all watch. Matter of fact, he over there plot. He plotting now. You call him the sinister? He plotting now. He gonna clip this.
No,
he gonna clip all of this right here. He got it. He said,
I'm clipping a lot of this.
We are only.
I know.
Drops on.
Like
Oh,
the
see,
saying, like the saying goes, all good humor contains the truth.
listen, Gary, I appreciate you for allowing BDB to keep talking because I still ain't done with his video. I still ain't did nothing with it. So I'm just adding to it right now. Just add keep on talking and talking. Bro, I'm gonna have that's gonna be the whole you know how I had Donkey Punch? I'm gonna have BDB like, oh, what was that Eminem song? Go
He
crazy.
got mad
Oh,
at
Oh,
he
I'm
got
gonna
lose
that
it.
have
for this to
BDB
the
like that,
wall.
bro.
See, no, because I'm
He
trying to
got
get
that for this to
redemption.
all of us.
I'm still trying to seek
I'm,
redemption after that last YouTube short, even though it was funny as hell, though.
Oh no, bro.
that's still in
No,
here.
Oh
that
man, I was, I wasn't expecting him to clip that. I was like, as soon as he said, I said, "Oh God," I said,
I was like, yeah, man, that video he got the commercial. I'm like, oh man, he got. Commander set me up too. I'm like, wait, oh, y'all set me up. Oh, my bad. I forgot she ate y'all. I'm gonna get you back though,
y'all.
Commander. I swear, I'm gonna get you back some way, shape, or form. I'm getting you back.
Hey, no,
She's like,
no.
say it again.
Commander is covered under the covenant of Big D, of Big Nine. That is Commander's covenant. She one of the righteous ones. No, she off limit. Y'all come after Commander, you come after Commander, you come after me.
Shout out to the minister of defense, Commander. As y'all, well, for y'all, that's she's a value part of the team, and now she's ready to step out on her own with a new content that she's about to start representing. So y'all go
"Oh,
ahead and sub up to her, and y'all gonna get some good content out of us. It's not
oh yeah,
because she's a part of the group, but she has very good information, and she's a person that's really takes the time to give her input to whatever she's doing. So y'all go ahead and sub up to her.
okay,
Hey,
doing some content now. Nice, that's what's up."
I'm gonna drop down, bro, so I can. I didn't even know.
Look, there you go.
No, I
BDB,
already
you got it
timestamped it.
started, BDB.
No, I already timestamped it. I'm gonna clip it after I go on. You know what I'm saying? So, and then I'm
King
gonna
Petty,
find the, and then
King
I'm gonna
Petty
find
coming
the,
out.
I'm gonna find the perfect beat for BB. He's sinister. He gonna be like, he's sinister. He's sinister. Let me get
Shout out,
into the
shout
chat.
out
All that
to
you was
the
mocking, all that should
CEO.
be clicked on there.
Shout out to the CEO of the 9%, Homoto Yoshi, aka Coach D, better known to the world as the Word. Shout out to him. We about to give. I don't know what time he coming on, but he coming. So we gonna allow him to get himself ready, and we gonna be over there shortly. But shout
Oh
out
yeah,
to the 9% that came through tonight. Uh, Tay, we appreciate you stopping by, Tay. Making that effort to come through this, giving us some questions and allowing us to, dive deeper into the, giving you the answers. Hopefully it was understandable. Commander, as always, we appreciate you. Lady Shay in the background somewhere in the clouds. Shout out to her. But this is what we do on this side, right? We gonna talk about sports, and we also gonna have, some conversations pertaining to sports, whether it's MMA, boxing. We ain't even get into the whole NFL day to day. We definitely ain't tap into the WWE aspect of the thing, but we give you whatever you guys ask for. What you ask for is gonna be delivered. So whether it's me on Mr. 33 or BDB with his great content, y'all subscribe to him. He just bringing art back into life for us, and Battle of the Beats. Y'all need to go check out Medi and I. He's been nominated. Also, Tay has been nominated. So if you guys get a chance, find that link for Medi and I, and vote for these guys. These guys work hard to do what they do. Lisa J, shout out to Lisa J. She do the investment in stocks. Y'all go ahead and subscribe to Hub. You want to get right as far as financial aspects and stocks and trades, y'all subscribe to her as well. She's been nominated. A lot of us have been nominated. Well, a lot of the 9 has been nominated. That means we're doing things in the right, we're going in the right direction, right? We're being seen, but you gotta join us to understand what type of work we're putting in and the efforts that we're doing for them to be nominated. So y'all go ahead and link up to it to 9. And I may be on the mall to talk about the Monday night game and whatever else happens as far as the world of sports. But in between that time, y'all, this is Mr. 33. He's signing out. I'm out of here. Appreciate the 9 support.
Salute,
I'm out.
salute.